This poor camera. Please. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to adjust the brightness on my camera. I need to sit down and relearn how to use it. That's Hello, and welcome to the Plies and Hellhounds channel. We are a crafty, puppy interrupted channel coming to you from Central Connecticut. I'm your human host, Gabby. You can find me everywhere online as Gabigailss and on my hand-dyed yarn at Plies and Hellhounds and pliesandhellhounds.com. My bangs are doing crazy things, but I am super sweaty right now because I am in an air and weight mohair sweater. I think I called this a cardigan in the Patreon video. That's completely possible. I've been calling this a cardigan all week. Thank you so much for joining us this week. If you're a new viewer, hello and welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I am doing a project crafting update this week because I want to do some project-based videos this month. I am super excited for, and I just feel like I have an update to do on things that I am working on. So that's the plan this week. I'm going to try and control the lighting situation as much as possible, but I am very pale right now and my sweater is very dark. I'm also on a dark sheepskin, which I matched to my sweater, not on purpose. So grab your 3 beverages and let's just get into it. Let's just do it. I'm starting off with a finished object, and what I'm wearing the Lightkeeper pullover by Lindsey Fowler of Larkspur Knits from her Salt and Timber book. And I love it. This was a test knit for her, which I finished a couple days ago. I'll put it on the screen. I use the Jamieson's Air and Weight Shetland in the grouse colorway, and their DK weight held double for part of it because it is a discontinued base. So, partway through the sweater, I ran out of yarn, and so did the world. I also held a double with a skein of my fig lace mohair in the leather-bound colorway. I will try and stand up. It's like 75 degrees outside. I'm sweltering right now. So here she is. I did the 4th size, so I think it's like a 32 inch, and I'm matching it with my Edwardian walking skirt. I have been doing a little French tuck. There we are. I did very aggressively block her. Like, you could have tuned this sweater. She was blocked. And I love her. I love her so much. She's just like super rustic and super cozy, and it's not the right weather for her today, but I don't care. I do care. I'm actually going to change in like 2 seconds because I am so sweaty right now. So that is my finished object. I don't have a Ravelry page for it yet. I haven't taken photos of it yet, but Jake is home and the yard looks really nice today, so I might, and I did my hair. But she's done, and I love her. I love her so much. So I'm going to change real quick before I die. This is 1,000 times better. It's still a sweater, but oh, it's light. I will put in the description where this came from. I have to ask Bailey again where she got it. But I love it. She's cute. I haven't worn her with a vest yet. I'm having a green moment, and I'm just embracing it. I want everything to be green right now in my life. Okay, let's get into what I have been working on, my whips, my works in progress, starting with what I want to finish first. And that is living in my Matteroo Eclipse bag. I'm so sorry for the bangs. I think I need to trim them. It's been a minute. And this is the Fall Frolic sweater by Samantha Guerin Designs. Test knitting is loosely based. She designed this sweater using our yarn and our Marie Cutie base, which is a 75-25 superwash Corriedale and nylon blend in the colors Ephemera and Oh My God, It's Happening, Everybody Stay Calm from last year's Indian Tangled. So I decided to knit it also in my yarn, same base Marie Cutie, but in a different colorway since the Oh My God, It's Happening is not going to be available all the time. I will be dyeing it up for like make your own kits of the sweater, but I also wanted to make sure that it was available in some of our core colorways. So I love this. I am knitting this out of, the main color is Nightmares Plus 10, which is our darkest black to charcoal, like dark gray black yarn. I mean, it's hand-dyed yarn. It comes out different on every base. Sometimes it comes out more gray. Sometimes it comes out very, very black. Like, nice. And then my contrast color is Deny This, which was more of a medium warm gray. You can really see it in the floats. Look at these floats. Who is she? And the dog hair. Audrey was using this as a pillow last night. I am knitting the second size, which I think is a 34-inch finished bust. So she's going to be a little positive views, but not a crazy amount of positive views. I have no idea. I did actually write, yeah, I'm doing a size 2 because I went through and highlighted everything and wrote it down. So I am on the body. This is due to come out mid-November, so I would like to have at least the body and one sleeve done for like one of those very aesthetic, like half body shot finished object photos that we all have done on Instagram for everything in our lives. So that is my goal. I am on the body ribbing. I'm about halfway done. I think I have about a little over an inch done. I am using US 4s, 3.5 millimeter needle. I'm just using my Knit Pro Zings. This is everything the pattern calls for. I did not gauge swatch. She used the same yarn. She's using these needles. Also, I don't gauge swatch. So I'm just trusting the knitting gods with this one. And I love it. This pattern is just so deliciously potato chippy and just, it's delightful. I did alternate skeins using helical knitting for the body, and I have been noticing that a lot of my helical knitting, I have like a weird, you can see it, but I don't think you can. I think I tensioned the yarn correctly this time. So I'm very excited about that. I noticed it on my Salty Air, but I think I was just pulling the yarn too tight when I was picking up the second strand of knitting. I will leave a link to a video that does explain it very well. There we go. There she is. I worked on her a little bit this morning, and I'm hoping I can finish the ribbing and get ready for the bind off tonight. I think that's doable. I'm going to do a tubular bind off. It's just my favorite. Lasson tubular bind off has been my jam for everything. If I can bind off in that way, I absolutely will. It takes a little bit more time, but it just looks so good. We're almost there. I think we can finish the body and the one sleeve goal before the pattern comes out. And you know, for somebody who really just wants like a finished object because you feel like she hasn't finished one in a long time outside of the Lighthouse Keeper, I've cast on a lot of fingering weight sweaters. And I only have fingering weight sweaters planned for the next couple cast-ons. The next sweater is the Kinson sweater. I cast this on a little while ago, and I'm just vibing. I'm just enjoying it. I love it. It is a striped sweater by Sahiko B Knits and oh no, where did I put the book? Audrey, where'd I put it? Here it is. Kiyomi and Sahiko Burgin from Mood and Turtle. I got this at Rhinebeck last year, and I am doing the version 2 striped. It's going to be cropped body with long sleeves. And all of the yards will be in the description. I found the tags for some of them too. And I'm just on Body Island. I did have to rip out like 2 stripe repeats because I was doing like one single row instead of two rows of this maroon stripe, but I was just enjoying knitting on it so much I didn't care. I was fine with that. So I have ripped back. I have caught up to, I'm about one stripe that away from where I was when I had to rip it out, and I'm just chilling. I haven't picked her up in a while. I really want to get the fall Frolic done, but I think once that's set, this will be a really nice, just chilling. I would like this done by the end of the year, I think. I think that's a good goal. The sleeves are going to go by so fast, too. And I am keeping this in my other Madder Root bag, my B Madder Root bag, and she's just been living on the rocking chair with our sheepskin. I also ran out of milk today, so I'm using ice cream as my coffee creamer. It's half baked by Ben & Jerry. I'm an adult. And that was a huge chunk of cookie dough. My last project that I have actively been working on is living in my Plystra, that's how you say it, bag. I got this at Knit New Haven with Bailey and Lindsey when they were visiting me after Rhinebeck, so I had to cast something on in our friendship bag because I miss them. And I cast on I saw so much of these at Rhinebeck, and my housemate was wearing one, and I'm obsessed with it. I would have stolen it off her body if she wasn't careful. The Gingham sweater by, I'm forgetting who designed it. I'll put it down. There's not a thought up here. I cast it on. Guys, I'm obsessed. I'm in rare form today. I don't know what it is. I curled my hair. I put on lipstick. It's been a month. Look at this. I am doing the second size, I think. If I'm wrong, I will try and correct myself. I'm doing the second size. It has you cast on the sleeves first, and here we are. I'm using my Marie Cutie base again. In the colorways, Deny This is my gray, and Yugen is the maroony. I do have, these are just like leftover skeins I stole out of my own shop, because that's what I do with my yarn. So the dye lots are very different. Like, this is the same recipe, same base, but this is how different dye lots can be. So I am alternating these skeins. Is it making it very difficult? Yes. Is it finicky? 100%. I would rather do this now than realize that like my sleeves and my body are two different colors and be upset about it. So I'm putting in the work. Will I swatch? Absolutely not. No, I would never. I'm not putting that much work into this, but I will alternate my skeins because I love to make my own life difficult. And luckily, this bag has separators in it. So when I work on it, I keep Deny This in the bag, and I keep the one I'm not using in the bag, and then I take out the skein I am knitting from, and that way my yarn it's still getting a little tangled. It's not as bad as it could be. It could be much worse for the way I knit things. I am a chaos knitter, as we all know, but I'm really enjoying this. I have to pay attention basically to every row, but I just don't care. Like, I'm just having such a good time. I am using some 12-inch. Sorry, this is a weird way to show this. I'm using some 12-inch circulars for the sleeves. These are, I think Addie. I think these are the Addie size. I don't remember what needle size it is, but I'm just vibing. I have no deadline for this. I really want it done for the end of the year. I don't think that's going to happen. I will say my birthday. I would like this for my birthday. This might be my birthday sweater. That's in like 6 months. I think that's doable. No timeline, just vibing. I'm just trying to enjoy knitting with my yarn. I think after SSK and forcing myself to knit samples for SSK, I just didn't want to knit with my yarn, and I don't want to be at that point. Because if I'm not enjoying the yarn, I don't think I can like sell it to you enthusiastically the way I want to be able to be excited about the yarn as much as you are. I'm just not going to make samples anymore. If I'm going to knit with my yarn, I'm going to knit with it because I want the project with it. As many of you know, my samples are just my wardrobe. I just bring all my clothes, like that's it. So a lot of people have offered to be sample knitters, and I have looked into getting sample knitters and stuff, but I also just don't want to store rando samples of things. Like, if it's been knit and someone's put the work into it, I would rather have somebody wear that than have it sit in a bin for the 3 shows I do a year. So my end of 2022 life resolution is I'm not knitting samples. I'm just going to knit what I want to wear out of my yarn, and I will bring that to shows. I know it's not ideal for things, but also I'm a one-woman show. It's just me doing all of this. So, okay, that's all the knitting projects that I have. I do have some spinning to share, though. I have been spinning. I'm trying to spin, knit, or read for 20 minutes in the morning. I'm trying to get back into like a flow, a slow living thing, if you want tag words. I'm getting burnt out with how busy we have been, and I don't like that also. So I'm trying to make a morning schedule that makes sense, that goes with like my natural routine versus like forcing routines that like I think I should be doing but I don't want to do. And one of those is just sitting down and watching a couple YouTube videos and knitting or spinning or putting on some music and reading. So I've been spinning in the morning for about 20 minutes, probably every other day, and I have finished my first bobbin of, this is Akara Fibers. It's a superwash I want to say it's a merino nylon stellina blend, and that is that cream, like the dusky blue cream lighter colors in the fire opal colorway. I don't remember. And then the dark super glitter is Spotted Circus, which is Firestar, and that I got at SSK. So I am holding them double. I could have blended them, but I'm way too lazy for that. I am spinning them together, so this is a single technically. That's kind of marbling, barber pulling, like this. So I'm going to spin another bobbin just like this, and then I'm going to ply them together for traditional 2-ply. I am spinning this on my blue bonnet honey and ply, which sadly is no longer in production. So this is my traditional, with my pedal spin. I have a Plyology electric wheel. I love that thing. I love her. I do have some loop bumps that I want to spin on that. So I'm going to start setting those up today, because I know loop bumps, as soon as I start spinning them, I don't want to get up until they're done. I have the spinning bug is here, sort of, maybe. We'll see. I actually have some spinning. I have realized that I have acquired a lot of fiber in the past year or so, and I would like to spin through it. I'm on a hard, no fiber. I got 2 fleeces and bins over there. I got so many samples that my friends have given me that are beautiful, and I want to spin with them, so I'm going to spin through them. Okay, but I have been reading, guys. I finally finished some books. It's been a hot minute, but I finally finished them. The first book I finished was Atlas 6 by Olivie Blake. This is like a dark academic magic young adult system where these six candidates are chosen to help protect the Library of Alexandria, which never burned down, and it is a huge library of infinite knowledge and magic, and there's an initiation year of proving themselves that they want to protect the library and also do research for the library, and like they'll get benefits in the world of blah blah blah. So there's a whole bunch of different kinds of magic. Like it's kind of like molecular magic. Like they can affect gravity by changing like the molecules around the person or the object that they want to like float or sink or whatever. And then there's telepathy, there's empathy, there's mind reading, like a whole bunch of stuff. There's reanimation. So this was super good. There's like a couple lines in here too that like just can't get out of my head. I cannot get out of my head. So good. The second one I think just came out. I'm definitely going to be reading that. I'll probably get it in hardcover too, just to match it, because I already got the first book and I really liked it, so I will continue this series. Less educational, I did also finish The Vicious Darling, which is the third book in a dark Peter Pan romance retelling. Where every year on their 18th birthday, the daughter or the descendant of Wendy Darling is kidnapped to Neverland by Peter and the Lost Boys. It is a reverse harem dark romance set in Neverland / modern day. Winnie Darling is the darling that has been kidnapped, and she has decided to stay in Neverland in the third book, and the bad guys are here. Like there's Fae, there's like a Fae war brewing, Hook is getting involved, the crocodile is coming back, and there's different shadows for different worlds. There's like 7 worlds in this one, so Peter has his shadow, and then there's like the dark shadow, which belongs to Darkland, and then there's the death shadow, which I think belongs to the whole world. So it was just everything you expect a dark Peter Pan retelling to be, I guess. I don't know. Hook is he is just a mess, and I love him so much. He was just peak, like, I want to kill you, and you terrify me, but, like, am I into this? To Crocodile, and just, so good. It's so good. So, yeah, I finished that. I don't know if she's writing any more of that series, but I would 100% read it. 100% read it. I did download a bunch of other dark romances, because I'm on Scary Clown Ghost Modern Warfare talk right now, and I'm just gonna embrace it. That's it. If you know, you know. I do have a ton of books lined up, though, for the fall. So I and a couple friends decided to do like a fall, not a read-along book club thing, but choose 3 fall-ish books to read for October, November, December. So Atlas 6 was one of mine. It was the first one that I read. And the other 2 that I want to read, I got both of these at Riverbend Books in Glastonbury, Connecticut, which is the most local bookstore to me, I think. I don't know how Southington doesn't have a bookstore, like an indie bookstore. A Secret History of Witches by Louisa Morgan. This, like, just the texture of this is so satisfying. I know this should have been like an October read, but this is going to be my November read for that. And then I also got R.F. Kang's Babel, an Arcane History. She thick. This is my December read because December is going to be recovery basically from this year. I know people have told me what happens in this, but I couldn't tell you. I love going into books with no knowledge. It's just so good. I love it. But the next book I will be reading is the book club book for my Patreon, which I will leave a link to. We are doing a quarterly book club with the Patreon. You get a poll, you choose the books, and everybody voted for Book of Night by Holly Black. I love Holly Black. She did The Cruel Prince. She did Tithe. You good? Yeah? Okay. Book of Night by Holly Black. I am so excited for this. I am less excited that I have a Barnes & Noble sticker on it. I have to get that off. It annoys me to no end. And I'm ready. Just look at this cover. Come on. I don't know when I'm going to start it. You know what, maybe this weekend. I think tonight is going to be spinning. Tomorrow night, I will start Book of Night. I am so excited for that. So yeah, if you want to join our book club, you can head over to our Patreon and join there. There's only one tier, so easy to navigate. And yeah, that's what I've been reading. Watching nothing. The Office, as always, and Survivor, per usual. I am trying to work on my Animal Crossing island a little bit more. I do want to finish decorating this island so I can put a dream address out, just because I feel like I'm so close to saying I'm in a spot where I want to share this with people, instead of yeah, most of the island's fine, and then there's just 3 huge vast expanses where I just keep the objects that I bought from Nooks and don't know where to put. So my goal is to finish that island this year. I'm not going to delete the island because I want to finish my museum. I'm almost finishing, I'm so close to finishing my museum. So I want to finish the museum, and then I think after I get the dream address set, I kind of want to I want to flatten the island and move everybody out and just do a totally different theme. There's no real, it's just kind of what I want. It's a little bit dark academic, fall, witchy core, haunted, nah. But I kind of just want to start fresh. I haven't been playing a ton of other games. I'm sipping a little bit of Sims. They did announce The Sims 5, but that's not going to be for a couple more years. So I'm just keeping an eye out for the new expansion packs and kits and stuff. Just chilling. The advents are getting packed. I have been packing envelopes for 3 days now. Today I have to start building the boxes, and I think I have 6 more mini colors I have to put in envelopes, and then I have all of the full skeins that I have to label and put in envelopes. And then I can start packing the boxes and getting them ready. I have to type out the card that goes in there with all the information for the shawl and what the advent's about and blah 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 blah, and all that little extra stuff. So it's just it's go time. It's just the end is in sight. Those are all set, so I'm going to start dyeing the Indian Tangled colorway. I got to start dyeing the Fall Frolic stuff, and then I got to dye all the Midnight stuff. I have to dye all the Wicked Seeds Club, which is also not coming out until the 19th, because I just don't have I'm running out of time here. November got very busy all of a sudden. Yeah, bud? The dogs are just rolling around on their backs in the living room. And yeah, life has just mostly been work. I'm trying to get back into a regular schedule and get some downtime and some crafting time. I have some sewing plans I really want to get done this month. So that's been it. It's just a lot of Advent stuff. So with that, I will leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe. We put out videos almost every Saturday, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.